My name is MORENIKE OGUNNOWO. By profession, I'm a global management accountant and I'm also a financial accountant. I help businesses to ensure that they get all that they can to have a sustainable business. And that is my goal, one of the motivation that drives me into writing the book, Break the Hustle Barrier. Yes, I've been in this environment for long. I've seen businesses, I've helped businesses to take care of the major aspect, which is strategic aspect of the business. I've been an auditor for some years, and looking at other small businesses, I realized that they have so much to do around growth. What I've noticed is that a lot of people have this mindset of earning money. They want to have a business that will grow. That big idea is there. The intention to have a business that thrive is there. The drive, at the start of the business is also there. But what happened is that after a few years, maybe 2, 3 years, 4 years down the line, you see a lot of them having struggles to grow their business. They have these challenges and they cannot even explain it. And also the challenge I would say they have is that some of them find it difficult to now speak up in those areas that they find those issues. My desire is to see business grow and to ensure that they have a sustainable growth. I emphasize on sustainable because a lot of businesses can have a kind of growth that is not sustainable. And what I mean by that is because if your growth is bent on something that could not take you 1 year, 2 years down the line, then it is possible that your business collapse in between what you term growth. And it is my desire that I see businesses to continue to grow. I've been an auditor for years, and after being an auditor, I've been able to manage business for a number of years as well. And based on my experience of corporate environment, I try to see reasons around, or maybe analyze reasons why businesses or maybe small businesses are not growing as expected. And I can see that's one of the motivation for writing the book Break the Hustle Barrier. My intention is to help small and medium businesses to find a kind of strength, the kind of business knowledge that will strengthen them for the growth that they desire. My observation in the past years shows that a lot of businesses that have the right mindset, the owners have the right mindset at the beginning of the business. They have the desire to see the business. In fact, they have the picture of where they are seeing the business to be in future in their mind. And I'm just surprised 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line, there are no more. And some of them is either they are stagnant in one place, or they see the end of the business, so to speak. So I felt this shouldn't be. And especially in this time and time where it is pushing most of graduates to start their own business. I think it is peculiar that we'll learn what business itself is all about. Beyond the skills, beyond the knowledge of how to do the business itself, there's a business side of it that everyone must learn. And I see that not everyone has that knowledge. So one of the things that I now write in the book is to encourage this knowledge and to make it to every individual that's either thinking of starting a business or are in business at the moment. So to give them strength, to help them have that knowledge to grow and not just see their business as being a mere hustle, but to see it in the light of what a business is and to carry it in that same light that could help them to see the growth they expected in the business. One of the things that, or the starting point for any business is the mindset. As a business owner, one of the key things you really need to take care of first when you go into business or you are in the business is a mindset. You have to take the business from just being something that you're the owner, especially you being the sole proprietor or maybe the executive director or the owner of the business, so to speak. You have to take the business from just it being your own to looking at the business as an entity on its own that has to grow. So when you change your mindset from, okay, I just want to earn money or profit, even though profit is one of the key things you have to think about in your business, there has to be those other things that make the business being equipped into your business for you to grow. So until you do that, you may be struggling around that business because business itself has principles that guide it. So one of the things that I try to write in the book is how you need to structure your mindset that could help your business to grow. Because it's not just about you, it's not just about the money you want to earn from it. It's a business that has its own brand that needs to be nurtured for growth. So it starts from your mind. I started my business, even though I'm currently on a 9 to 5 job, and that's been the same case since about 12 years now. And I started my business from a very low skills, and I can say it has grown to what we can say growth in its terms of growth now, because it is visible. And it's not just visible to what people can see, it is also visible to what the bottom line looks like. A lot of questions I hear people asking is that was I able to manage my 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, depending on you, to the entrepreneurship world, because to them it could clash. And I can say one of the things that worked for me is the fact that I was able to put a structure into place. And this I also shared in the book. Before you can put a structure in a place, you have to do some level of analysis and check some risk around the business you want to do. This business analysis would help you to know what you could do by yourself and what you need others to help you do, so that you don't have to be there for your business to continue. A lot of people have issues, let me say a lot of entrepreneurs have issues dropping some of their business or some aspect of their business to another person because they felt that they need to take ownership. Ownership in business, just like you see in any other big corporate entity, is not about you being present in that business always, but it speaks to the culture that surrounds your business, which you are able to, you're able to educate your team. So you take it from you educate your team about the culture of your business. You train them about things that they have to know. You help them to be present in your business. You help them to see your motive of the business, and you allow them to come up with initiatives to help the business. That way, they will see the business as something that is part of them. They will see your business as part of their own personal growth. And that way, they could also want to help your business to grow. So while they are helping your business to grow, they are also helping themselves to grow. So in that light, you're not running the business by yourself alone. You're running with a team that is supportive to your business, because you have allowed them to be part of the business. You have internalized them into the business. And that's the same thing you see in corporates, in big corporate environments. So putting a structure, I've tried to share some tips about what you need, even thinking about the structure, because we have different structures of business. So by this, you know what exactly is what that idea in your mind match up to in the real legal sense of a structure of business. And I will now take it further on things that you have to do to ensure that those structures are in place, and also share tips on things that could help you grow that structure, so that you can see, just like I mentioned, the growth that you really need in your business. And that's all the joy I want to derive from seeing the readers of this book have at the end of the day. So some other aspect of factor that could help businesses to grow is around the book recording, the bookkeeping. There are different technical terms around bookkeeping, but in my book, I try to simplify what it's all about and why you need it. Bookkeeping is essential for any business, because what I said that is, there's no way you would want to measure your growth without having information that could speak to you that I'm actually growing. So it is important for you to ensure that those records are in place. There are different approach of keeping your record. Depending on the type of business you're doing, there's one constant aspect of book recording, and that is your financial recording. Because at the end of the day, all your activities and every other thing speak to the bottom line, the profits, your financials in that business. So that's why you should not close your eyes to book recording. One challenge I see some business owners, especially small business owners, having is around how to manage their financials, because they tend to merge their personal money to the business money, and they cannot even track any record between what the business is bringing and what their personal money is bringing, because they felt the reason why they are in business take care of their personal life. I think with the right approach to book recording, you can achieve your personal financial goals while not suffering your business. And it will help you to also have this mindset that could help you grow your business appropriately, because there will be a particular goals you're trying to achieve in that business, and one of those goals will be financial, which you have to quantify, and that your record keeping will help you to see how you're actually faring in that goal. Without record, how do you want to strategize? How do you want to grow? How do you know what you're doing well or what you're not doing well? How do you know your efforts even really counts? So it's beyond just doing those efforts. It goes beyond the exercises around business, the gymnastics you put into your business. It goes beyond all that. It actually really speaks to the bottom line. So you have to take the business recording serious. And that's one of the things I shared in the book to help you have that basic knowledge. And I really dwell around that so much in the book. It is important you take your business recording very, very serious. And that's one of the things that could help you in achieving that growth you expect. There are those basic things, but they are very integral to all businesses. One of the key things that every business owner should have is a knowledge of financial planning, and which is an aspect of financial management. And I take the concept from financial planning because for every strategy you set around your business, there has to be a financial goals that should be set around it as well. Every activities of business has a financial implication. And what that means is that for every action you're planning to grow your business, you have to be careful also to be sure that that action speaks so well to your financials as well as speaking directly to your growth. A lot of people focus on things that are not really necessary at a particular level of their business. And what that will do is that it will distort the actual essence of your business. So take for instance your branding. As good as it is to brand, you have to ensure that the financial implication of your branding speak to the growth of your business, such that you are not engaging yourself in just an activities that will not speak in any way to your business growth or the activities that surround your business. So I see some people starting out in business, and let me still go back to small business owners again, where all you think about business is just opening a store and furnishing the store. Business goes beyond that. While you want to project yourself, you have to ensure that that projection is speaking to the environment of the type of business you're doing, and is also going to give you that publicity that will bring financial benefits back to your business. So you are not going to engage in activities that will not bring any financial benefits to your business, because what then you're doing is that if care is not taken, and if you don't change that strategy, it will haunt your business growth. So business management is directly proportionate to your financial management, and that is why you also have to take this into cognizance while you're planning your growth. One of the things I've done in the past is also to make sure that I put that strategy in place. And I always tell people, because I understand figures, it helps me to also do a particular thing. But I tell you, you can also learn the same thing. And that's why in the book, I try to share some tips around financial planning and financial management as well, so that you can have a hands-on knowledge why that is important to your business growth. You want to see your profits, future profits from now, and you want to set such strategies, that activities that will help you to see that money. You want to set it now. So before you even start any activities at all, when you're thinking about scaling, you have to sit yourself down and create those strategies and do those planning, such that as you are implementing your plans with timing that you set around that activities, you're checking your results to your plan. And that will help you to know whether you are really doing well, or you need to tweak something somewhere that could help you to really experience the growth you're expecting. So if you have a plan, which everybody can have, putting into black and white is very important. And that also speaks to your recording as well, because by the time you do your actual, which is now your financial reporting, you have to compare it to the plan that you have created. And all this put together will help you to know whether you're doing well or not. And that is one of the ways you can check whether you are actually growing or not. So it is important you take your financial management seriously. For every business, there is an environment that has to be studied and analyzed. And that's why some people have difficulty when they feel that this same business is something that someone else has done somewhere. Why am I not achieving the same result that this other person is achieving? See, when you're trying to replicate what other people are doing, you have to bring it back to your own environment. And your environment speaks to the physical environment, to digital environment, to the economic environment, to the people that surround you, to the kind of people that you have in your business. So these and lots are what I've mentioned already in the book. So speaking to your environment and analyzing it one by one, then that will take you to know how to analyze what we call SWOT in business. That is your strength, your weakness, the opportunities that is in the environment for you, and the threats that is in that environment for you. So you'll be able to know those weaknesses, which parts of those weaknesses, how can you improve on it so that they don't become threats for you in your business. And those opportunities that is out there in that your environment, how can you use the strength you have in your own business, or even if you can develop more strength to take care of those opportunities. So understanding your business environment will help you to strategize in a way that could help you to see the results that you really need in that business and in that environment as well. So it's not just about you just projecting anything to the public. It is coming from the tax, which is the work now that you have done at the back end to see, okay, what with this environment that is being positioned to me, how can I bring the best of me to achieve the benefits in that environment? Because opportunity is out there. Why a lot of people are seeing issues in Nigeria, for instance, a lot of other persons are seeing opportunities in that same Nigeria. We can use that as a case study. So if you look at it from that perspective, it is then has to do with you coming back to yourself to say, what are the things that I can check in that my environment? Even with those issues that I can see, the weaknesses, the threats and everything in that environment, how can I still bring the best from such an environment? And I try to share some practical tips in my book to ensure that you have that hands-on knowledge and what you really need to look out in every environment that the business posts to you, so that you can get the best from that business. Because it's from doing all of this little, it appears, efforts that you will be able to experience the growth that you really need. Business, for instance, is now taking us to a global market. So what that means is that you can actually do your business without having to be in the market where your business will be served. And for you to play well there, then what it means is that because you understand that this business you're creating, this initiative that you have, this idea you're breathing or you are working with, has a market somewhere else. But that shouldn't limit you, because the digital world has made the market to become global. Meaning, at the comfort sometimes of your home, you can be doing big business in another market where your audience or target markets are. So it then means that you need to create how you need to be present in that market. And one of the things you need to now help yourself with is to make sure that you have knowledge around digital marketing or general knowledge on how to push your business in those markets. And digital marketing is now beyond just being present on social media. It now has to do with you equipping yourself and your team members with certain knowledge around the digital space that could help your business to be present to the markets that they're meant for, even while you're operating from another environment entirely. So at the end of the day, all you're saying is that you're creating a strategy to grow your business wherever or from wherever you're operating from. So, and the goal is that you actually experience growth eventually. So the growth is not being hindered by where you find yourself now. So if you do the analysis well, your growth is not hindered by anywhere you find yourself now. You can actually help yourself to present yourself in the market where your targets are. In my book, Break the Hustle Barrier, I try to simplify what business assets is, so that, and that I do in almost all the parts of the book. The essence is the reader should be able to flow through and be able to apply, even without being a special professional person or not. A business started at those things those bases on which your business growth rests on. And one of those things are the physical assets, maybe like the tools, the equipment. If you have a building for your business, all those things are very important to manage. Another aspect of your business assets are the people that are involved in your business. They are your assets. They ranges from your customer to your staff to your supplier or every other person that has to do with your business. They are people assets, and you have to create strategies in managing each of these persons or individuals. For instance, your customers. One of the ways you can manage your customer is to create a culture around your business that even while you're not there, your team can work with the same culture and will be able to serve your customer with the same expectation that the business is supposed to give to them. So either you're there or not, you're still managing your business, because your business and the customer, which are key, and that way you not have issues around your sales, which is one of the core reasons you are in business. So there are a lot of other tips I mentioned, and I try to relate it in a way that everyone can understand in the book. And because assets, like I said, are the basis on which your growth rests on. So if your financial assets is well managed, your people assets is well managed, your physical assets now, which speak to your equipment and every other tools that you use in your businesses, are well managed, and other aspects, your intellectual asset is well managed, all these assets put together, by the time you take care of them, they bring a result back to your business that will speak what we are always been talking about, which is the growth that you need in your business. So your mindset in the business would help you to know why you need to do all that I've been mentioning, and much more in the book that we are talking about. The aspect of you taking charge of the structure of the business, to you ensuring that you manage your financials, and other assets of your business, to you ensuring that you have a good bookkeeping in your business, all speak to your growth. Because at the end of the day, these tips I just mentioned are just a tip of the iceberg. A lot of other things are really embedded in the book, and all you need to do is to pick a copy of this book, read through it, and while reading each of the chapter, create in your own terms what you have to do differently and what you will be doing differently, such that you can experience the actual growth. See, the essence of you being in business is to see growth, and the growth will speak to your financials. So all these are what you need to take care of your business, your personal self, your personal brand, and everything that speaks about you as an individual, and at the same time speak to your business growth at the same time speak to your business growth. So read through, don't just read. This is one book you cannot just read for reading's sake. This is one book based on even the feedback I've been getting from various people that have started reading. It's a joy to see The essence of writing the book is actually picturing in the life of individuals that are reading it. And I want you also to experience same growth. I want you also to have the same experience. I even want to hear from you after reading through and you apply it. I want to hear the good news from you. In the few years down the line, I see this book transforming lives, transforming businesses, and helping them to achieve the reason why they are in business, and which in summary is some to growth. Thank you.